Hi and welcome to Polly Puts the Colour On. This is going to be my haul video for June. Now, as you may have noticed from the thumbnail and my very full desk, I got quite a lot in June. The main reason being is that it was my birthday and it was a big birthday. I was 40. So most of these things are from my daughter and husband. That's kind of the only reason why it is such a bumper month this month. So I'll move some of the bits out of the way and then we can get going. So I'll start off with some of the colouring supplies. So these are ones that I did pick up myself. There's some Pro marker alcohol markers by Winsor & Newton because I thought that was lacking a few different blues, like some of the lighter colours. So these are fine tip and chisel tip, not a brush tip. Got them on offer. I think they were reduced anyway in Casa, like they got an offer on, and then also managed to get a student discount on top. So they did work out quite cheap per pen. Then I'd kind of been umming and ahhing over these pencils for a while, and then my husband and daughter decided to treat them to me for my birthday. So there should be a separate video, it's probably already out, where I show these in a bit more detail. So I'll only kind of quickly show you these, but I will be able to get rid of the outer packaging now, because I wanted to just show you kind of how they actually come when you get them. But I will save this bit of the packaging because I think it's quite handy that it comes in a bit of a stand that you can open up, although I tend to have it like this on my desk so that it doesn't topple over too much. 100 pencils, and it has got quite a nice range of colours. They are triangular in shape as well, so they are really comfortable to hold and to colour. They're quite soft, obviously not quite Prismacolor soft, because let's face it, what's going to be a soft Prismacolor, but they're definitely not a hard pencil, and they are really nice and easy to blend with. So I'm really pleased to have these in my collection. So let me move those out of the way, and then we'll have a look at all of these lovely gel pens. Now, I did already have some of these for Christmas, but then my husband was looking and he managed to see a big set of them on Temu. That I think this is all the colours that there are, and there's definitely some colours here that I didn't already have. So we've got quite a nice range. So we've got kind of these sketch colour ones, got the nice bright kind of fluorescent neon ones, Mirandy, got another set of the Mirandy. Obviously they're slightly different. Well, they're the same. It's got yes, very slightly different, not massively different though. Another kind of darker set here. Now I normally do swatch most of my pens and pencils and paint, but I don't always with gel pens, and with these ones when I got them at Christmas I didn't bother swatching them because there's just so many, and I go very much more by eyeballing. Just have a look at it and go, that'll do. I'll scribble that on a bit of paper and take it from there on whether I like them or not. So these are obviously relatively similar to those, although not quite. They're still bright, but they aren't quite the same colour. Got some nice skin coloured ones which might be useful for covering lines up. On the odd time I do a portrait. I don't do colour people that often, but those could be useful for taking out some lines, because that's kind of what I've used these for, colouring in fine details and then going over the top of lines. And then these ones, which definitely didn't have before, of kind of the metallic ones. So I'll be interested to see how many of these I actually get around to ever using up, because I've got more gel pens now than you can shake a stick at. I keep umming and ahhing over whether to get some of the colour by number books, you know, the Disney ones, but then when I've seen them I look and go, oh, I think it'd give me a headache, to be honest, looking at those fine details. So maybe not, but I've definitely got a good nice selection here. If I'm wanting to take out any black lines on my pages, you name it, I would definitely have the colour now, and they weren't that expensive for how many pens that you get. So I'm definitely pleased to have those in my collection. I'll carry on showing you supplies as well while I'm at it. So my husband, he does edit my videos for me, So he'd heard me saying in, whether it was a live stream or a video, can't remember, about maybe wanting to try out using some acrylic paints for, you know, kind of in the backgrounds on pages. So he got me these, just some cheap paints to give them a try. I have got a separate video on these. I don't know whether it will be out yet, but it will be out soon. So we've got the neon and fluorescent ones. I probably do need to do another layer on there. But they are really nice and bright, and apparently should kind of fluoresce and be neon. It's probably not much use in a colouring book, but could be cool. I've got these lovely metallic ones, and they're all in like nice screw top ones. It's really pretty colours there. And then we've got this bigger set that did come with some paintbrushes. Obviously not the best quality paintbrushes, although I did use these to apply the paint to a page. Again, you can see me doing that in my kind of video specifically just about these paints. So there is a really nice selection of these. I'm trying to make sure that I store them kind of standing up just in case they do leak. I've got the swatches for those here. So there is quite a nice selection of paints there. So I'm hoping I can get a bit braver and try and use them in, say, backgrounds on pages. So let me move these out of the way and get the next thing. So do need to mention that my husband and daughter kind of forgot that for Mother's Day they'd bought me the big set of the 200 chisel and fine tip Ohuhu pens. So husband bought me some more alcohol markers, in fact 2 more sets of alcohol markers. So he got me these ones. I see I've not swatched these, I've just kind of been using this chart and then scribbling them on a bit of a paper when I need to use them. So it was a nice big set off Temu, I think this was. In the end, we kind of ummed and ahed, and then we're like, oh, maybe we return them because I've got, you know, so many alcohol markers. But then they were like, oh, well, you could return them for a refund, or if you want to keep them, we can get just a few pounds knocked off. So we went for that option. So they are chisel and fine tip, you know, pretty standard pens. I did spend a little bit of time roughly reorganizing them. I mean, they don't follow the swatch chart at all. I just kind of looked and put kind of brownish skin tone colours, the greys, blues, pinks, reds, purples, kind of roughly together just to make it a little bit easier to find them. Don't think I'm going to bother sitting and swatching them out. It's just as I need them, I'll just, you know, keep some scrap bits of paper in there and just use them as I want to. But what I did like is that they are in a case. And it's not a bad case. It has got a handle that I could attach to it if I want to, because my other cheap alcohol markers, they did come in a case, but I took them out and put them in top of my colouring trolley. So if I want, I've kind of got to use them upstairs in my office. I can't take them kind of downstairs to come in front of the TV. So actually having these more affordable ones in a bag actually will be quite useful. If I want to colour downstairs in front of the TV, I can use those ones. And because he's so amazing, and because they were actually in stock on Amazon again finally, and he knows I've kind of been really wanting to get some brush marker pens, he got me the 216 Ohuhu set that has got the brush tip and the fine tip. So I was absolutely over the moon with those. So there you can see I have swatched these ones out, and there is a lovely range of colours. Now I did already have the Ohuhu with the 200 set with the chisel tip and the fine tip, like I mentioned earlier. I've got the swatches for those here, and they have got different colours. In this set, there's an awful lot of kind of brown skin tone kind of colours, awful lot of greys, and then this kind of leaves you with kind of all the other colours really. And there's not many light blues, which was kind of why I had then bought some of these Pro Marker light blues because I felt like I hadn't quite got the colours I was wanting. Whereas in this 216 set, there is still greys. There's definitely a lot less kind of browns and skin tone kind of colours, although it's still got some, but it's got a lot more of the other colours. So it's got the blues and greens. I was expecting them to not, I thought the colours would be a lot more identical in the two sets and maybe just have a couple of extra colours, obviously with this being 216 as compared to the other one being 200. But actually there is a much bigger difference in the colours than I expected. So what I've been doing with the swatches of both of my Ohuhu ones is I've been keeping them clipped together in a drawer in my desk, so that when I'm colouring, I can have a look through the swatches of all my Ohuhus and then get them out of the set that I'm wanting, because there is a lot bigger difference than what I was expecting. I really thought that they'd be more identical, and they're not. So actually, if you were wondering about getting some of the different Ohuhu sets, there's probably going to be some duplicates, or ones that are quite similar, but there is definitely going to be some differences, definitely more than I was expecting. So I'm over the moon to have some brush marker ones, because especially if you're doing a bigger area, it definitely makes it an awful lot easier, doesn't it, having a kind of that brush. Like chisels do work for a big area, obviously, but I think the brush definitely makes it a lot easier to get like a nice smoother finish. So then we're on to the books. So I'll bring it back to just being kind of one at a time. So I've got this colour combination one. I will bring you in a little bit closer as well, bear with me. Here we go. So I've got this colour combination one, because I know a lot of people have the colour cubes, but I think for me, I'd get too worried about them getting out of order, having to ruffle through the box. I think they just slightly irritate me. Whereas this book is brilliant. It's got so many different colour palettes. It gives you an idea of kind of talking about the colours, but then it gives you ideas on, you could use just 2 of the colours, 3, 4, 5, and if you use them in different proportions, it gives you an idea on what it could turn out like. And in the back there is an index where you can look up, it's got Jurassic period, it's got dinosaur, ferns. There is one for food, which I have been using here for a page that I'm working on in Leon's journey. So I've kind of been working off all of the colours rather than keeping it super limited. And then there's another colour palette, which actually I can take this bookmark out now because I finished the page that I was using this for. It was a page that's got a dragon on. So again, I used most of the colours, not quite all. I didn't super stick to it, but it did definitely help me with tackling the page, because sometimes I'm not too sure where to go with the page, and I struggle trying to keep it relatively limited. So I don't always want it super limited, but you don't want your pages looking too busy, do you? So then I've got a slightly boring purchase here. This is something I did buy for myself. It's some more of the wax paper that I use in between my colouring pages. So I haven't started it yet. I've still got a little bit left, but not much, which is why I bought it back ready. So it is just thin wax paper. I will link it in the description below. Everything that I share, we'll try and link in the description below. There'll be Amazon affiliate links, so it won't cost you anything extra, but it will help support the channel. And this, it just looks so pretty, and it really does help to protect my pages in my books. So slightly boring purchase, but definitely necessary. I'll show you the other bits I bought myself as well. So I got these 3 as a bundle off Vinted. I really wasn't bothered about these 2 books. I think I might take this one into school at some point, because look through, it's not my cup of tea, and my daughter's not much for it either, so I might donate that one. There's this Disney one. I do love Disney, so I will probably colour some of these pages at some point, though it is heavy on the princesses. And don't get me wrong, I do like the princesses, but Stitch and lots of the other characters are my favourite. But it is a cute book nonetheless. This is the reason why I bought this bundle of 3 books off Vinted. Now, all 3 came to less than just this one was kind of new by itself. And it's not been coloured in. The only slight issue, and you can barely see, is very, very slight discoloration there. So I've been umming and ahhing for ages over getting this book, and then when I saw it on Vinted in this bundle of 3 and they accepted an offer, I thought, right, let's just go for it. So I have got a buddy colour set up for this page in July, hoping it'll get me over my fear of Kirby pages, because I have seen that Alien Worlds is also on offer currently on Amazon for about £5, but I don't want to get it yet until I've done a page out of here to see how I get on with the paper and with the artwork, because it is gorgeous. I'm just a bit scared of colouring it, so I won't spend long flicking through this, because obviously this has been out for quite a few years and I have got a separate flip through of this anyway on my channel already. And then the last book that I bought myself was this one. Now, I don't have any of the other books by this artist, though I have been umming and ahhing over getting the Lonely Pumpkin one, but I don't know. So when I saw this one, I thought, yes, let's go for it. And it is cute and cozy style. It is single-sided. It does look a little bit creepy with the eyes not coloured in, but I think I'll probably just colour those in as soon as I start the page, and then I think straight away it'll just look a lot cuter. So again, I have got a buddy colour set up in this book. So we decided on this page for July, and it does have names on the back of some of the pages, although I don't think it does on all of them, because that one says bath time, and then when you look on the reverse of this one, it's only got the artist's name. So I think some of the pages have got names. But yeah, so this is just absolutely gorgeous, you know, kind of cute and cozy style, but in this artist's quirky kind of illustration style. So that one's gorgeous. So now onto the books that are my birthday presents. So I had this one from somebody that I work with, because they know that I love colouring, and I don't actually have any Creative Haven books. This is my first Creative Haven book. So I haven't coloured in it yet, but I am looking forward to it. They are a lot busier than some pages that I would normally colour, but they are single-sided, so I think I could just go get my alcohol markers out, maybe gel pens, keep it nice and simple, because obviously they are quite detailed. Do really like that one though. I think that's really, really sweet. That's really cute. So I'm looking forward to colouring in this one, like I say, especially with it being single-sided. And then I've got some cute and cozy style books of my husband and daughter. So I might just zoom you out a tiny bit. There we go, that's a bit better in frame. So we've got some Jade Summer ones. So we've got this Spooky Moments one, and while it's called spooky, it is not scary at all. You know, they're all really adorable looking in Jade Summer's kind of usual cute style. Definitely ones that you could kind of colour all year, not just at Halloween. So I'll only do a quick flip through, because I'm planning on doing full flips, and there we can see the one off the cover. If you look at Jade Summer's Instagram or their YouTube channel, they have an awful lot of shorts showing how they tackle different pages. So I've been quite enjoying watching some of their shorts to give me ideas on how to colour different pages. So then this is Jade Summer's newest one, I believe, Cozy Hawaii. Very much, you know, stitch style Hawaii, isn't it? Like the colours, just imagine it being nice, bright and colourful when I get colouring in this book. Again, they're obviously single-sided. So I know I saw really cute, where has it gone? This one, I saw a short on Jade Summer's YouTube of this one being coloured, and it looked absolutely adorable. So all of these books, I haven't coloured in anything in yet, hoping too soon, but you know, need more hours in the day. So then we've got Cozy Japan. Again, I've been watching lots of shorts where other page, different pages of this have been coloured. I saw one of this one being coloured, and it just made me chuckle, like the other one's been, it's kind of like lying down and almost using them as a table with the little tray on top. That one's cute, isn't it, with the dragon? So there's some really, really sweet ones. Love that red panda. So very much looking forward to colouring in this. I've definitely got plenty of alcohol markers to be using in it. Then we've got a Cocoa Y01. So we've got this one, Comfy Days. So again, I won't spend too long because I'm sure most people have already seen them. But as I go through and see, I felt like that one, I really love that one. I think that's so cute. We love doing the claw machines when we go on holiday in America. Daughter normally comes back with loads. We have to like vacuum pack them down to get them into the suitcase so they take up less space. So that kind of gives me, you know, fond memories of going on holiday with my family. So then we've got Snuggly Friends by Nina Luma. So I haven't got any books by this artist before, and some of them are not super detailed, but definitely more detailed than some of the cute and cozy ones, which actually isn't a bad thing, because then I feel like you've not got to worry about feeling as if you've got to add texture to anything. You could definitely more just do flat straight colouring, and because of them being more detailed, it'll straight away just, you know, look, I don't know, might look better, I guess. You know, you've not got the space to add the details, you know, to add the textures to things. So it'll be interesting to see how they turn out. So then we've got Hugo Delights, which this one is really sweet. Again, you know, kind of the standard single-sided standard size books that you expect on these cute and cozy ones. And if there's any books that I'm kind of showing in this haul that you'd like to do a buddy colour with me, I really love that one. That looks really cute, doesn't it? Please get in touch. Might struggle in kind of July and August, but definitely later on in the year I can definitely fit in some buddy colours. So then we've got cat moments. So I've got 3 cheeky cats. So I can see why my husband and daughter picked this one out for me. So obviously we are big cat lovers. And there's some, oh, it's just adorable, isn't it? I really love that one with the nice scene outside as well. It's like they're kind of, you know, up to mischief there. Putting the Christmas tree down, and we don't have a tree inside our house at Christmas. I put loads of decorations up everywhere. We have a tree outside, but we don't have a tree inside because it would be down straight away and everything would be broken. So we just don't do it to ourselves. It's not worth it. I have such a big collection now of Christmas ornaments that it, you know, it's not as if we're missing out. Then we've got Silly Crimes. So I am looking forward to this one. Husband did buy me the, was it Cute and No? It's kind of the cute and cozy crime scene one. But I sent that one back because I looked at it and I thought it's just not quite me. Whereas this is kind of that bit cuter. Like that one just made me chuckle. It kind of gives me kind of Ghostbuster vibes almost with the marshmallows, you know, the laundry and the money. These ones are just a little bit cuter, I think, for most of these ones. Like still a bit naughty, but not too bad. You know, somebody's stealing the TV while they're asleep. It's, you know, they're not too gruesome, these ones. I think these ones just kind of made me smile, so looking forward to colouring in that one. And then we've got the cozy cutie ones, which my daughter picked because she's actually got this one as well, and it's the penguin edition, so the paper is a little bit thicker, and obviously it makes the book a lot chunkier and a lot more premium feeling. I think that's one of my favourite pages in the book because I think it just looks so cute, doesn't it? The mummy duck and all the babies. So there's some really adorable ones in here. So again, not going to spend too long flipping through. I'll probably do some of these little bits and pieces that are at the start in short form at some point, because those are quite fun to do. And then because my husband is so absolutely amazing, he'd filed away information in his head about me saying, oh, when he bought me the Colouring Heaven collection book, this Cats one, I went, oh my gosh, in the back, it's got some artwork by Karolina Kubikowska. And he was like, who's that? Why is that important? I went, oh, well, you know, I've been looking at their books, but they're so expensive because you have to get them off Etsy and they look really good quality, but, you know, they're a lot of money, which is why I'm so excited to get some of her artwork in the Colouring Heaven one. So obviously he was looking then for birthday presents. He remembered to look on Etsy and he got me this Imaginary Friends one, which I'm just absolutely over the moon with. So you will have seen earlier when I showed the colour combination book that it did come with a couple of bookmarks. So it came with that one, and then the other one I've just kind of tucked in. It's more like a thank you card, that one, but I thought the artwork was so special I wanted to save it. It was wrapped up absolutely amazing, tissue paper bubble wrap, lovely thick cardboard packaging. So it's arrived in pristine condition. It's got this nice outer cardboard sleeve and then the actual book itself. So I'll share a quick flip of this. So it is single-sided. I don't know whether I'll use alcohol markers on this. I feel like Inktense and watercolor pencils, maybe watercolor paint, standard pencils might maybe work better on this artwork. Not too sure. I'm looking forward to colouring it. This one makes me chuckle. It's the expression on that rabbit's face. So I don't know. I might use alcohol markers for some of it, but I mean, that one looks pretty at first glance, doesn't it? And then you can see, like, looks like there's teeth and the eyes in there. It is, you know, it's a bit odd, some of the art, but odd in a really good, cool way. And I'm not much normally for colouring people. That was adorable, isn't it? But because the people in this are done a little bit differently, I mean, a lot of them have actually got 3 eyes and things, haven't they? So I am looking forward to colouring this like this. It's proper spooky vibes, isn't it? Maybe do them nice bright red. I don't know. Looking forward to colouring in this, but also I'll be a bit worried, making sure that it comes out kind of how I'm imagining it. That one was really pretty. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? So yeah, there's just some absolutely gorgeous, and it's really good how it's done as well. So that the cover, it doesn't exactly come away, but like the pages are kind of glued in, but then the cover comes out nice and flat. So then when you're colouring, I mean, I'm hoping that they're going to stay in okay, but it does go really nice and flat and you've not got to snap the spine. So that's going to make colouring in this so much easier. And I think that is everything, finally, that I need to show you for my June haul. So it is quite a lot. Like I said, it was my birthday, so please, you know, keep that in mind. There's a few bits that I bought, you know, the tissue paper, the 4 alcohol markers, and what, the Cozy Seasons book. But basically everything else was a birthday present, and I was 40. So I think you know, big special birthday, deserve lots of treats, and they will be well loved and well used. So yeah, drop me a comment down below if you've got any of these books and you'd like to do a buddy colour at some point. You know, it doesn't need to be anytime soon. It might be that you want to set it up for later on this year, and that's absolutely fine with me. It'd be nice to have some buddies lined up. If there's anything that you'd like to see in a bit more detail as well, please let me know that. I've got my Ko-fi store as well, linked in my description. I have got some colour combinations on there now, for some characters out of my Japanese colouring books. Obviously click like, click subscribe if you've been enjoying my content. It is really, really much appreciated. Every day my daughter gets up, she has a look, she checks, and she's like, oh mummy, you're up to this number now, and she just can't believe it. It's blowing her away. It's absolutely blowing me away as well. This is just such a wonderful community to be part of, our adult colouring community, because there's just such a lot of lovely people out there. So thank you for spending your time with me here today. It is much appreciated. So take care everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.